Hey guys, okay, this is just a quick video just to let you guys know that there won't be a sales and pickup video on Monday because I'm actually away for a week. I will be product sourcing. I'll be also maybe doing a boot sale, I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, so basically I'm just going to be away for a week. And I just wanted to also touch on something here because there's been a lot of things lately in the reselling world saying about free information and paid information, and it caused a bit of a drama like a week or two back. There's nothing wrong with free information. For those that say that free information isn't as good as paid information, that advice usually comes from people that have both. Okay, if you have free information that you give out and paid information that you also give out, of course the free information isn't going to be as good as your paid. You have to justify to the people that are buying that information why they are paying the money they are. Okay, so of course the free information isn't going to be as good if you're someone that sells both. Resellers like me, I don't have both. I have free. YouTube for me is a hobby. I don't earn anything from it. I don't get anything from it other than the thought that maybe I'm helping someone out. And there are unfortunately a lot of resellers out there that can't seem to comprehend that there are people out there that help. They say, oh, well, hang on, why are these guys telling you what to buy? Oh, there's something in it. Oh, they're going to push you onto a program. They're going to push you onto membership. No, we're not. It's free. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. If I say, hey, you know what, I went out to a charity shop and I bought a game for £1.50 and I can sell it for 30 quid. What's in it for me? There's nothing in it for me. I hope that you watch it and go, oh cool, I didn't know that that game was worth X amount of money. If I see it, I can now buy it and know I can get X amount of money. I've not said, oh, I bought this game for £1.50 and to find out how much it's worth, sign up to my monthly fee. It's like, no, I didn't do that. I didn't even say click on this, or I never even said, subscribe to me, or and I'll send you how much it's worth, or look me up on Facebook, and if I get 1,000 ads, I'll tell you how. None of that. I've done all that. That was my old life. I'm sick of it. All that is crap to me now. This is what I do. I resell, and I love it, and I love the community. I love everybody involved. Yes, there are disagreements. There can be some people that say FBA is better, and I say eBay is better, and then even within eBay, there's like global shipping is great, and global shipping is terrible, and there's always going to be disagreements. But we're all after the same thing. And that's why it amazes me, and I've had a few comments against me saying that basically, for me, giving out free information, I'm killing my business. That's crap. If your business fails, you have to blame yourself. You can't blame the industry. You just can't do it. There are many businesses that thrive with competition, and there are some that will fail. Is that the competition's fault, or is that your fault for not being better? Blockbuster crumbled because they did not compete with Netflix. That's why Blockbuster went out of business. So if Blockbuster had early on said, you know what, we're going to start a streaming service. We're going to contact all the major movie companies and say, hey, you know what, we're Blockbuster. You trust us. We trust you. Give us rights to your movies. We will stream them. Then I guarantee Netflix won't be around now. Netflix would be nothing now because Blockbuster would have got in first. And that's the whole point I was trying to make with certain comments on a video that was made. And I said that you have to adapt, you have to thrive. And people didn't really understand that. So the point is, I make nothing from this other than hopefully to help people out. If you're someone that can't really understand that, then, well, that's your issue. That's not mine. I can't help you there. Unfortunately, there are some people in life that are surrounded by skeptical, hate-filled people, and they decide to take it out on everybody else when they have issues. So really, if you're a newcomer to reselling, forget the drama, okay? Because there really is no. The drama is manufactured drama by people who don't want to compete or can't, and that's one of the main issues here. Is because they're having issues with their business, because suddenly their special little niche has been found out. That wasn't even really their niche in the first place, because I doubt they were the first to selling it anyway, unless you're doing private labeling, in which case that's a whole different level of reselling. But you know, let's say, you know, for example, these are my scissors that I use just to cut, you know, sellotape, labels, whatever. Let's say that I was the only person selling these, okay, and I was selling them for £20 each. And then I watched a YouTube video and someone said, hey, I just found these and I found out they're selling for £20 each. So I've bought 100 of them. Now I'm going to sell them for 15. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, that's terrible. Oh, I can't believe you ruined my business. You killed my business. How about selling them for 14? That's a start. How about buying them in bulk so much that you can sell them for 10 and still make tons of money? How about now packaging up 2 pairs for £20 or 2 pairs for 15? It's about adapting. Don't just blame everybody else on your failures. You have to play a part in them. And that's just how it is. If it got to a point where suddenly so many people were selling these, and believe me, it would take more than a few YouTubers saying go out and buy these for the market to die. Okay, there's a lot of reasons why a market can die. Age, items can devalue because of new technology. They could bring out the Mark II pair of scissors that suddenly the Mark I's are no longer fashionable. You know, there's a lot of reasons why an item would devalue. And it's not just because one guy or even 10 guys or 100 guys on YouTube said go out and buy this. The world's a big place. The internet's a big place. Not everyone who resells sells on eBay or Amazon or Etsy or Gumtree or Craigslist. In the UK, Craigslist is dead. In the UK, Etsy is dead. But guess what? You've got Facebook groups. You've got car boot sales. You can go out and sell them yourself. There are many ways that you can sell stuff. By simply crying over the fact that, oh, this item that I was once the only person selling on Amazon, there's now 5 and, oh, I can't handle it. Well, sorry, but bye-bye. You're going to fail. You have to adapt. And that's one thing that newcomers don't really have to worry about adapting just yet. You can go out, you can buy these items for £1 or £2, sell them for 10 and just carry on until eventually now you're buying items that are worth £20 and you're selling them for 100. Then you can go out and buy an item that's £50 and sell it for 200 and so on. You know, it's just about building up your capital, building up your cash flow, so your inventory, your cash flow, and building up your knowledge. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you are killing your business by giving away advice. You're helping a community. I decided to help a community and put back into a community that was helping me. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for free information. Okay, I watched the likes of Nick Hills and I was just blown away by the simplicity of the business model. It literally was go out, pick something up, sell it for more. You can't get more simple than that. It's buy low, sell high. But of course, to really make something of it, it takes hard work. There are resellers out there that will try and tell you that reselling is easy. Oh, it's easy. I just go out, I buy an item, I list it on eBay, I sell it, I put it in a black bag, or a brown bag, and I send it to a customer. Oh, what's hard about that? Well, you know what? If you put it that way, nothing. But now try and do that every 2 days, with it being 20 items, with fees to pay, stock to find. You have to get out there 3, 4, 5 times a week to find good stock, especially around Christmas time, because your stock's going to sell very quickly, and unless you replenish it, you're looking at like 2 or 3 weeks with no sales and no stock. So yes, there is a lot of this business that you have to learn. You can go out and spend £1 on an item and find out it's worth nothing. Now yes, you haven't lost much, but imagine if you went out and bought 10 of those or 20 of those and find out they're worth nothing. That's going to be a real hit to newcomers. Okay, and unfortunately, a lot of these resellers, they forget that there's a lot of newcomers out there that only have £10 or £20 to start this off with, and you can start with that. Okay, Golden Finger Picker. If you haven't watched them, they are Chad and Kim, fantastic couple. I mean, for me, those two are a good image to go for when you're a reseller. I mean, they're real decent people as well. But to be a reseller, that's the kind of mentality you have to adopt, you know. And they really teach you very, very nicely how to build up a business with just $10-$20, you know. Obviously 10 or 20 pounds for us, and you really can, and it can skyrocket very quickly. But don't let anyone tell you it's easy. You know, the business is simple when it's put down on paper, but in practice, when you're actually doing it, when you're packing up items, when you're photographing, when you're listing, it all takes up time, and it all takes a lot of effort. And if it doesn't, you're probably not putting that much into it, to be honest. Because every other reseller that you talk to or hear from will say, yeah, it's time consuming, it's tiring, you've got to get out there, you've got to find time for your own life and your own families, and it's hard, you know. So yeah, that's it. I'm not going to talk any more about that, but yeah. So my information will always be free. I don't care what anybody else says. It's free, and it's free for a reason. There are people that enjoy it, there are people that don't. Take it or leave it. I don't really care too much, because like I said, this isn't my business. This is a hobby for me, YouTube. You know, I go on Facebook groups, and if I know the answer to something, I'll message it. I don't know it all, and I never claim to. But there are some YouTube resellers out there who claim to know everything. Hey, I'm doing £1 million a week, and when you say, oh cool, you know, got any proof of that? I don't need to prove it to you. Just trust me that I'm doing £1 million a week, and it's easy, and I just literally go to sleep and I wake up and ka-ching, £1 million in the bank. Nah, it's hard work. It really is. When I say hard, it's time consuming. It's hard in the sense it's time consuming. You know, there are much harder jobs. You know, building site, construction, all that stuff obviously is a lot harder. You know, 9 to 5 can be hard sometimes. But for me, my working day is from when I wake up to when I go to sleep. Because if I'm not photographing items, if I'm not listing it, I'm selling it, I'm packing it, I'm sourcing it, going online. If then I'm out, you know, as well. So it all takes up a lot of time. Anyways, so that's that. My first and last rant video about anything reselling, because I don't really like to do it. So anyways, that's that. I will see you guys again next week. Let me check my calendar. I will be back probably the 19th. So I probably won't make a video on the 19th because I'll be researching all the stuff that I bought. So yeah, probably Tuesday 20th will be my next pickup and sales video. Well, actually just pickup, because sales will kind of be pointless as my store's on holiday mode. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Hope you find some good stuff. And keep that free information flying in despite of what people say.